Welcome to Talkpoint. Today, we begin with the latest on the tragic events in Minneapolis. On August 27th, a devastating mass shooting unfolded during a school mass at Annunciation Catholic Church. Authorities have confirmed that 2 children were killed and 18 others were injured, including 15 young students and 3 older adults. The suspect, identified as a 23-year-old Robin Westman, fired from outside the church and later died by suicide. Law enforcement recovered more than 100 rifle casing at the scene alongside shotgun shells and a pistol round. Officials have said that locked church door may have prevented even greater loss of life. Surveillance video confirms the shooter never entered the building. Families and community members are now grieving and searching for healing. A medical has been set up outside the church with parents, clergy, and neighbors gathering to honor the victims and support the savers. Mental health professionals are also stressing the importance of long-term care for students and families affected by the trauma. The shooting has a renewed debate in Minnesota over gun laws. Governor Tim Walz has announced that he is considering calling a special legislative session to take up new gun safety measures. Supporters say urgent action is needed, while opponents argue that political hurdles remain in a divided legislature. The suspect left behind a manifesto that has raised further concerns. It included distributing personal reflections and reference to public figures, so many of those individuals have publicly distanced themselves and renounced the violence. Authorities continue to investigate the material, while community leaders emphasize a focus on healing and preventing future strategies. Now we turn on Louisiana, where New Orleans has marked the 20th anniversary of Hurricane Katrina. On August 29th, the city remembered the more than 1,800 lives lost in the 2005 storm. Commemorations included solemn memorials, brass band parades, and wreath-laying ceremonies at crematories, including for victims who were never previously identified. One woman who died during the storm, unidentified for nearly 2 decades, was recently confirmed to be Dorothy Virginia Diggers Taquino. Her family can now finally lay her to rest in her chosen burial place, bringing long-awaited closure. While the city has made enormous strides in recovery, challenges remain. Neighborhoods like the lower Ninth Ward continue to face economic and infrastructure struggles. The levee system rebuilt after Katrina with federal support is showing signs of strain from sea level rise and shrinking ground. Experts warn that the consistent funding and political commitment are needed to maintain the city's safety. Environment projects meant to protect Louisiana coast are also under debate. A $3 billion wetlands restoration effort was recently cancelled due to concerns over costs and impacts on the fishing industry. Scientists caution that losing coastal wetlands could make the region more vulnerable to future storms. At the same time, other programs under the state's coastal master plan have already restored tens of thousands of acres of wetlands and built miles of protective barriers, and showing progress but also underscoring the urgency of continued investment. Personal stories continue to define Katrina's legacy. Survivors like nurse Alliance Craft Kearney, who has displaced by the storm and later founded a healthcare clinic in the lower 19 wards, embody the resilience and determination of New Orleans residents who rebuilt their lives and their communities. And this year, new documentaries on National Geographic and Netflix are bringing the story of Katrina to a new generation, ensuring that the lessons of the disaster and the resilience of its survivors are never forgotten. Both of today's stories from Minneapolis and to New York Orleans remind us of the profound impact of tragedy and the importance of resilience and the need for meaningful action to prevent future harm. Thanks for watching Talkpoint. If you found this update informative, make sure to like, share and subscribe for the latest coverage of events shaping the Middle East and global news.